Let's toast that.
We're gonna do the introduction. All right, Dick, I'm gonna have you over here. Gary over here. All right, this is one of those tools that is probably, after the handshake, this is probably the most important gesture that you can do in order to make people feel comfortable. Because how many times have you been somewhere and people don't introduce, and they just stand around and talk, and nobody makes an introduction? And I personally just go ahead and stick my hand out and just do self-introduction and say I am if they don't. But if this is an office situation, and let's say Dick is the new kid on the block and Gary is the veteran, what I would do as the manager or supervisor would say there's 2 words that you learned back in 1st and 2nd grade. Really easy. I mean, if you're going to meet the Pope or if you're going to meet the Queen of England, that's a whole different scenario. But right now, we're going to worry about simple folk and just the average person on the street. The 2 words are this is. That's all you really need to know. So what I want to say is, you put this is in front of the guest of honor. That would be Dick, because he's the new kid on the block. He's the one that's just joining. So I would say, Gary, this is Dick Dobson, and we just hired Dick as the new creative director.
You took my job?
No, that was a faux pas.
Nobody told me. Well, that's wrong, right?
But I like that one.
She wanted you to hit me.
This is the new CFO. And I want Gary, because you've been here so long, I want you to work with him today, make him feel comfortable, introduce him to folks. And Gary's been with us for a long time, so he's a great one that I want you to mentor with. And the other thing, the 2 things I found out about the 2 of you is you both enjoy golfing. You both enjoy wine. And
Let's get drunk and go golfing.
Now, what would have happened? Okay, now play with me here. Now, what would have happened, because I see this all the time. In fact, Arlene, we saw this last night with the students. I spoke at you and I. What if I would have said, Dick, this is Gary. Gary, this is Dick.
Pleasure to meet you.
Wow, you have such a nice. That usually doesn't happen. It's, well, what do I talk about? A good manager, a good supervisor is going to get to know their people and set up a scenario so that these 2 have something to talk about. I left them with golf. I left them with wine. They can talk about jobs, but you give them something in common. So that they can go ahead and have some conversation.